Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm Lipstickpaddy, and today we're looking at Bible Brawl. So let's go to the highlight reel. Alright, we're looking at Bible Brawl. Well, firstly, this card game is certainly one with meat on the bone. A 45-minute card game. Burn 'em all! Book of Kings, check it out. In the Book of Kings, is there more war crimes in that ordered by the Lord than we've ever seen as humans? South Park, maybe even The Simpsons kind of look. Certainly an interesting battle game. Who goes to Sunday school? Cover this darkness that's in the Bible. Some of these cards are doing stuff where you think, no way did that happen. That's in the Bible? Characters themselves, though, they have different classes here. You can see Job here is a warrior. Action cards as well. There's one of 6 classes: Judge, Prophet, King, Beast, Giant, and Warrior. Transmogrification in the Bible. I thought that was science fiction. Getting confused here. The first round is a long first round. Predictable at the beginning, can become more mystery. A 7-headed red dragon. There is this not safe for Sunday school, and this is where you're getting the extreme stories that it's too violent. You've got these mats. Has a bit of retail-itis. It's cool for Kickstarter, isn't it? A t-shirt with this one. So card quality has gone up to black core, which is your 310 GSM. Very good. A mini class expansion here. Bringing in a priest, if they are the Uber cards. This is a nice one. Box is going to upgrade. There's no rulebook or anything like that. I love that about these cards. It is looking great in my opinion. But does it come recommended? Oh yes, it does, doesn't it? Yes, the stretch goals in this game do look interesting, but imagine if you had said to your friend, do you want to play a card game? And they said, oh, what is it about? Oh, superheroes from the Bible we're going to bash together in a battle. Fancy playing? They'd probably say yes with this theme. Alright, let's go to the Kickstarter page right after this important message from the studio. Kickstarter Radio 102.4 does not stand still. It is constantly evolving. Our Saturday show has just been upgraded to the newest, skinniest version, where we only look at the games we covered in the week in a new, skinnier format. Also, our live show on Sunday has been trimmed off the fat too, and we look at games that we could not cover in the week that are full of promise too. And also, we will be covering all the interesting and cool games that are worth your attention, so it is worth subscribing to this channel just to see all that we offer. So why not subscribe and make this channel even better, as we have a ton of social stretch goals, so this channel gets bigger, better, and better for you, the viewer that loves Kickstarters. So if you're bored of retail, this is the YouTube channel made for you. Alright, we're looking at Bible Brawl. Ooh, it says it has most iconic and more obscure Bible characters in this 2 to 5 player card game. Well, firstly, this card game is certainly one with meat on the bone. It's a big 45-minute game. A 45-minute card game? Yes. It is strange how it plays out so long. Perfect if you're waiting at an airport or something like this. But the whole origin story of this game is they're trying to tell you stories from the Bible that most people haven't heard of. Yes. And if you think brawling is a little bit anti-Christian or whatever, anti-religious, well, story of Jesus, yeah, you shouldn't be brawling, but, you know, if you go back to the Old Testament, you ring the Book of Kings, and you've got ethnic cleansing in that book more than anything we've seen in human history. Because the Lord, the Lord of the Old Testament, who says that I'm your God, not their God, I'm your God, he's choosing, is like, it's polytheism, is it, back then, when they've got God, you've got God. Anyhow, he says, I want you to go into this place, I want you to kill everything, every animal, every baby, every pregnant woman, everything dead. I want everything killed. Even if you think they're innocent, dead. Just burn them all! Book of Kings, check it out. And I think what this game is trying to do is to try and tell you a story like I've just told you that makes you maybe want to go and research this story to see if it actually is in the Bible. In the Book of Kings, is there more war crimes in that ordered by the Lord than we've ever seen as humans? You check it out, Book of Kings, where all the kings get perished. Murdered, you know what. You've read it. Anyhow, the art style here is kind of 1980s TV cartoon. This kind of South Park, maybe even The Simpsons kind of look that's been going on, which has a bit of fan base around that. But the game is certainly under the radar, which is why I'm coming to you, because it is certainly an interesting battle game, even if you don't think the theme, if you don't think you're religious or whatnot. It doesn't matter if you're religious or whatnot, because here you're fighting out and just even though it has a little bit of the quote from the Bible here of where you'll find this story, it's not integral to the fight. It's like you're playing a card game with plants or birds and it tells you what the bird is, but if you're not interested in birds, you just don't read that bit. Alright, anyway, it's busted for its goal. It only needed 100 peeps for it to get funded, which is nice. And yeah, also it's what I like about it. Also, we go down, there's some stuff in here that they're adding in as expansions, which is pretty cool as well. They also say if you go to Sunday school, who goes to Sunday school anyway? There's stuff in the Bible that they can't teach to kids. Yes. There's lots of horrific stuff in the Bible that they can't teach as kids, and they'll never talk about it in a church. You've actually got to go and read the book to uncover this darkness that's in the Bible. Now, in the base here, there's 40 Bible characters. Some of these you may have heard of. Samuel, maybe, or Samson. Gideon, maybe not Joe, and Rahaz, probably not. So some of them are going into that obscurity. And for me, it's quite interesting because some of these cards are doing stuff where you think, no way did that happen. That's in the Bible. So there's pretty much shock. There's shocks in there. The characters themselves, though, they have different classes here. You can see Job here is a warrior. Gideon is a judge, so is Samson. Rahaz here is a nobody, is a non, it says. And Samuel here, a prophet who's just cutting someone's head off. Okay, don't mess with Samuel here. Yeah, they each have their attack and defense on their cards, cost of using, and power. You know, they're all individually power. Action cards as well that are happening, whether it's a location, an event, or a backup. It says backup, so maybe a backup plan. Ambushing somebody. So yeah, you can enhance your characters here by playing a action card on them, so they're basically reacting to this stuff. It will buff these cards to make them even better, and stuff like that. And part of the slowness of the battle is really thinking about what these are going to be doing, how they're going to affect your cards in the lineup. And there's obviously going to be a lot of take that in this card game if it's a battle game. So, so yeah, lots of fun can be had here. Yeah, so the honor points up here. This is kind of how to win the game, you need to get 20 honor. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because, you know, if this guy's a 4 honor, in order to defeat this guy, then you're going to get 4 honor, and that's getting very close to 20. You only need maybe 5 of these 4 honor guys to win it. You think that would be a quick game, but it's no. This guy's pretty hard. You get a +4 attack against kings. So these potential cards anyway with honor, you're not going to pull them out unless they are. You're not going to put them into battle unless they're going to be hitting the special ability. The classes, it says here, there's one of 6 classes: Judge, Prophet, King, Beast, Giant, and Warrior. The class here will affect the ability. The action points to actually use the card, though, is up here. It says you only have a total of 5 in a turn, so it's fairly expensive to play Judge Ehud. And your attack here needs to be greater or equal to the defense, but there are ways to add bonuses to your characters as well with events and stuff like that. So the action cards do also need action points, so you wouldn't be able to play Ehud and the Staff to Snake. You would not be able to play that transmogration magic that's going on here. Yeah, so abilities here are going to be interesting. There's your Bible reference for those that are interested. And some, like I said, if you're shocked, if you're going to be shocked by what's happening here, you might want to look that up and just go to find that weird abstract story that they have here. Transmogrification in the Bible. I thought that was science fiction. Has Bible reference. Now the battlefield itself. Battle line are cards that you've exposed, and your back line are your hidden ones that aren't in, that you've played on the battlefield, but you've not turned them over as of yet. Also, when you turn these cards, when you use the cards, you do tap them, so they cannot be used until the big something happens. But you'll see that in the playthroughs. Interesting here, we've got the 4-play setup on the table here, and no, it's a 2-play. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. I don't know how it looks on the 4-play game. You've got the 2 here, but you've got this recruitment line and of characters and a recruitment line of, well, not recruitment, but action cards. So there's like a shop here, top and bottom, that you can claim if you don't want to do if you don't want to play a card. And you're always making your hand bigger and bigger. It can only get to a certain size anyway. You've got a limit to your hand size, so you will have to play one out anyway. We can see a card's been tapped here in this game, and yeah, it's interesting. You've got bonus tokens here if an event is happening, and you can do that to make it easy. We've got a Bible Brawl how to play here, and one thing you'll notice here in the 2-player is the first round is a long first round, because you have a selection of cards that you're passing each other and taking one from. So I've got a hand of cards, I take one from it, give the rest of the cards to you, you take one from that hand, then you give me the hand, and it's whittling down until you both have your cards. So from the beginning, you're going to have a concept of what the other person's hand is, which kind of makes it kind of strategic at the minute, because you kind of know what the other person got, and they know what you've got. So the actual first attack is like a thinking game. It's kind of a strange beginning to it, but after that, once you get different cards that you're picking, and you can pick if say I want a character and I don't like the characters here in the shop, because the characters there are public, you can see what they are. And I can pull one from the top here, and it's not public, so you don't know what's in my hand, and the hand can get to a size where it's a bit unpredictable from there on out. So yeah, predictable at the beginning, where you kind of know the weaknesses and strengths that your opponent's got from the beginning, but as it blends into the game, it can become more mystery. So yeah, it certainly looks cool. Now, prices are in dollars here. We'll go down the pledges here as we go down. It's $22 then, just for the basic. But the End Times Brawler, which pushes it up to 32. The End Times here is going to be the one I would want to go, because Book of Daniel and the Revelation in particular is going to be something epic. And especially, look, a 7-headed red dragon. And some of this stuff, the art is perfect for it because it's nasty. Nasty stuff. Now, there is this not safe for Sunday school, and this is where you're getting the extreme stories that it's too violent, over the top. So yeah, you can really buff this up where you can add in a component that is going to be, you know, really? Mm-hmm. And you can get it all in with his $60 one, which is $43. But, whereas you want your Kickstarter here, you've got these mats. The 2 mats here are for the 4-player setup. If you just got one here, then it's okay. They have this thematic Middle Eastern picture going on in the background, which is fairly obscured by these lines here. And I don't know. It's coming in November, so I don't know if this is final pass or what, but and these foil expansions, it kind of has a bit of retail-itis to it, because if you go to Gen Con and you see this game, then yeah, but we're also selling 2 expansions, and we've got a mat if you're interested in upgrading your board. So I don't know, was this destined for retail? But it's interesting because it kind of is cool for Kickstarter, isn't it? The 5-mat brawler. Why would you need 5? Does it go to 5 players? Anyway, you get a t-shirt with this one, so and you get a Bible character created in your likeness as this goes up. But no, it is stretching it out, so let's have a look at the stretch goals then to make it Kickstarter worthy. Card quality has gone up to black core, which is your 310 GSM, very good. Kane is in here, which is nasty Kane. Esau is a non, is in no category of his own. Upgraded tokens though, this is good to see. Linen finish on these. And a mini class expansion here, bringing in a priest class. So that's nice. You're going to be adding 5 cards here for another card. That'll make 7 classes now, making it more complex, which is very good. A holo card, look at this. In each expansion pack you will find a holographic foil card, so that is pretty cool, certainly if they are the Uber cards. This is a nice one. Box is going to upgrade. It's going to go to a foil here and magnetic closed clasp boxes, which are cool. It says the logo is going to go holographic foil, so that's a nice pimp of the box. And who cares about the stretch goal for linen finish when they could go wood at the 22k mark? So so some really cool stretch goals. Now, there's no rule book or anything like that. In fact, you can learn how to play it if you just watch the video. and you'll get an idea. But from the picture here, you can see how beautiful it is. The massive hero image in the center. I love that about these cards, and it is looking great in my opinion. The stretch goals, though, it'd be interesting to see if they get. Is there more to come? That doesn't say that yet, and there's no frequent questions anyway on this page. I mean, there's only almost 200 backers in here, which is good. And but let's have a look how they do the updates. Yeah, so they have been adding stretch goals. Maybe it will get like bigger, but it's just a basic update. And you can see unleash the priests here, but they're not showing any imagery here. They're kind of making you go to the page, which is a bit unfortunate. Well, this one's a little bit better. So yeah, good to see that they're doing this, and it's nice that they're getting updates. At least they're communicating with their peeps. So there you go. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And a stretch goal or add-on would be some custom sleeves. Would be great. They're using like purple and blue ones in this video, which is a little bit strange. But I don't know. Or just a sleeve pack just to put in, because these look like not a standard size, are they? They are the standard trading card size. Maybe looking at that. No one's asking card size. The back of the cards are this kind of Brawl thingy. That looks okay. Yeah. If you had a custom sleeve, though, what could you do also? All right. So there's Bible Brawl then, a not totally expensive card game. You can buff it out with interesting expansions, though, to make it more it's more complex, and you've got the different pledges there to get more stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, it's looking very cool. A nice long card game with an interesting theme, nice art, and is it really a religious class? I don't think so. You're playing numbers here and special effects, aren't you? But does it come recommended? Oh yes, it does, doesn't it? Nice, fun pop art from the 90s subculture of TV cartoons. And maybe it was better to do this art style, because some of these pictures would be horrific if you imagined what they were really. So it had to cartoon it down to lower its impact, I guess. So anyway, there's Bible Brawl. You've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.